and welcome to my channel. Today I have for you a different kind of video, and it's all about the products I use to get winter ready. So when the winter comes, or even like at the end of fall when the weather starts getting cooler, I do really change up my beauty routine because my skin gets drier, my hair gets drier, and I just find that I need a little more extra oomph to kind of lift my look and make my skin look good and my hair look good. So I'm going to tell you all about my favorite products to get winter ready. And this video is perfect for the holiday season because it'll be all the pampering stuff you need to get ready for any parties or events that you've got coming up, which are usually quite a few during this time of year. So without further ado, there's a lot of stuff I want to get through. So let's get started. But before that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for 2 videos a week. Usual favorite, I'm going to start off with makeup. And I find that during the winter months my skin is a lot drier, and although I need to moisturize more, even after that I feel my skin looks dull and I don't get as much sunlight, so my naturally kind of yellowish skin tone becomes a lot more yellow and it looks like it's really sallow. So I find that it needs a little bit of a lift. And actually using normal mattifying powders, which is what I use throughout the rest of the year because I tend to get quite oily throughout the day, kind of just don't cut the mustard for me. And this year I found this by Terry product, which I absolutely love. I've spoken about it in other videos, so I'm not going to ramble about it too much, but it's amazing. It's a kind of brightening powder, and although they do sell it as a highlighter, I find it is a little bit too dull for a highlighter. It kind of doesn't have enough shimmer, but it just has a kind of radiant glow that's amazing running through it. It just makes your skin look kind of lit from within, but it's not too shimmery, which means you can use it as an all-over setting powder. So I've really been loving this one. It is super finely milled and looks super natural on the skin. So when it's looking a little lackluster, I find that this just gives it the oomph it needs. Okay, so staying on the topic of kind of makeup and skincare, the next product I'm going to talk about is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. Like I said, my skin tends to get a little drier, and although I am quite oily, I am pretty dry around the kind of cheek area. So I find that during the winter months, I kind of get those dry patches and my makeup just clings onto those and it just doesn't look its best. So I find that this cream really helps as a base for makeup. It has a little bit of SPF, which is all I need for the winter months, because I think it's got SPF 15. So that plus my kind of foundation and BB cream is more than enough SPF for me. And it's really amazing because it is a really nourishing cream. It feels kind of thick on the skin and just really like it's kind of really nourishing it and moisturizing it, but at the same time it doesn't make me break out and it doesn't make me look oily throughout the day. So I really love this one as a base for makeup on the winter months. Staying on the topic of skincare, the next one is a kind of cleansing product, and it is this toner. This is by a Spanish brand called Paquita D'Ors. I've spoken about this before on my blog, so I'll link the blog post below so you can check it out if you haven't seen it. But it is a really good toner. You can basically get all her stuff online because she doesn't actually have a physical store in the UK. But her stuff is amazing. It's all kind of really natural and it doesn't really use any chemicals, so it's really nice and good for kind of all skin types, because even if you're quite sensitive, her products will probably work on you. And this is a toner which is made out of chamomile water, and it is so good. Like I said, because my skin tends to get a little drier, I find that if I use a toner which is alcohol, it just really kind of dries out my skin and those dry patches just become unbearable. So this is really good because it is really calming on the skin and it does kind of hydrate it, and although it does really cleanse it and take off any impurities, it doesn't dry it out. So it is really good to use as a toner underneath moisturizer for your evening routine. Also for my face, as you can see, I do quite a lot to my face, but once a week I like to exfoliate. And I like to do this both in winter and in summer, but I find in winter, because of the dry patches, I just needed a little more just to kind of take that dead skin and make my face glow a little bit more again. And I love the Gentle Exfoliant from Dermalogica. It's a really good exfoliant. It's more of a chemical exfoliant. You don't actually have to scrub your skin with it, so I don't really like scrub exfoliants because I find that they break me out. And because I have really oily skin, my dermatologist did tell me that if you use exfoliants which kind of scrub on your skin, they actually can make you break out even more and they can dry out your skin a lot. So this one is really good because it's super gentle like the name suggests. And although it is a little pricey, it lasts forever. I've had this one for like 5 months and I still haven't run out of it. So it's really, really good, and you just kind of apply it like a mask, leave it on for about 10-15 minutes and then just wash it off, and I just find it leaves my skin kind of really radiant and glowing, and it's really good, and I don't have to scrub on it. So I really love this one. Another mask, which I have mentioned before as well, as you can see, a lot of these products are kind of all-time favorites, so I have been using them for quite a while. But it is this mask from MASQUE, and it is the Brightening Sheet Mask with Vitamin C. And this one, as I've mentioned before, is amazing. So you get 3 masks in this, and you can get it in Boots, and obviously I think it works out to kind of less than if you buy a mask that comes in a tub, but it is honestly so amazing, and I love this for when I have any events coming up. I had a wedding a few months ago and I kind of put this on in the morning. My skin was looking really dull after like a long travel. I was super jet lagged, and after this it just looked amazing. It just came back to life. It really dulls any blemishes that you might have or blemish marks that you have on your skin, and it just brings loads of radiance and brightness to your skin. So I really love this one. It is kind of lengthy because you need to leave it on for about 30 minutes, and because it's a sheet mask you need to kind of lie down for it to kind of be on your face, and you can't really be doing much while you have it on, but honestly it is worth it. It is so relaxing and it is so lovely. The effect it has on the skin is honestly worth those 30 minutes and the price. And as for a sheet mask, it is not as pricey as other ones, so I really do recommend this one, and it really gets your skin event ready. Finally, my last recommendation for skin, for like face skin, is this HYDRAPHASE Intense Mask from La Roche Posay. It's a hydrating mask, and honestly it is the best hydrating mask I have ever tried. It is kind of small, but I find that it lasts for a really long time because you only need a little bit. You just need to apply a kind of thin layer all over your face, leave it on for about 10 minutes. I apply it over my lips as well because I find that they really get chapped over the winter. And with this, they are honestly just kind of perfect throughout. And it doesn't make my skin kind of overly greasy or oily, but it really hydrates it and really kind of brings the moisture back into my skin. So after applying this, I find my makeup just glides on super nicely, and my skin just looks kind of plump and nourished and really nice. So I really love this one. It is not oily, like I said, so for people with oily skin and dry skin, this could work. And talking about chapped lips, how could I forget my most favorite lip balm? I know there are so many fancy ones out there, so many beauty brands do lip balms, and they all claim to kind of hydrate your lips, and some of them have tints and some don't, but I always find myself coming back to this one. If I put on a layer of this, a thick one, all over my lips at night, I know it's not a very glamorous look, and my husband probably doesn't enjoy me seeing my lips all oily and disgusting, but a thick layer of this just does miracles. In the morning you just wake up with the perfect lips, and it's really good because if you're wearing dark lipsticks, the last thing you want are chapped lips. So this really helps to kind of keep them hydrated and kind of remove any of that kind of dead skin, because it just kind of falls off once they get rehydrated with this. Moving on to hair. So my hair, like my skin, tends to get drier over the winter months, and because it's coloured, as you can see, the ends do tend to get a little bit dry. So the first thing I do is get an Olaplex treatment. I got this done at a salon for the first time this year, just a full-on Olaplex treatment without any colour, just going for the treatment, and honestly it has made a world of a difference to my hair. It's just brought my hair back to life. Basically the Olaplex treatment is a rebonding treatment, so what it does is it bonds your hair and it just hydrates it, nourishes it, gives it kind of that life that it's lacking when it's kind of dry and damaged from colouring and from heat tools. So I just find it honestly so amazing. It is about £40 to £50, depends where you get it done, but it is honestly worth the investment. It will last you for a long time, and you can kind of keep it up at home with the at-home product they give you. I've run out of it, so I can't show you right now, but it's the number 3 Olaplex, and you just use this maybe once a week, and you just apply it on your hair, leave it on for a couple of hours, and then wash it, and it honestly upkeeps the treatment so well. But on the topic of hair, I'm going to talk to you about a hair mask that I've discovered, which I really have been loving. It is this mask. It's called a Restore Mask Treatment from Living Proof, and it is so good. I apply this just in the shower after I've washed my hair. I don't like to apply conditioner, and I usually go for masks just because I find they leave my hair looking nicer, more nourished and more healthy. So I always go for masks, and this one is fabulous. It doesn't weigh my hair down at all, but it just leaves it kind of silky smooth. I've used it this morning and my hair just looks amazing. So shiny, so nice, so hydrated, and it just detangled so well with this mask. I left it on just for about 5 minutes. You can leave it overnight if your hair is really damaged. But because I just got the Olaplex done, I felt I didn't really need it. But you can leave it overnight, and it is honestly so good. It is really thick, but once you wash it off, it doesn't weigh your hair down. So you can kind of style it, curl it, whatever you want after. But it is a really good mask for your hair. Also for hair, something I've been loving is this Polynesian MANOI Radiance Oil from the Body Shop. I just apply this on my hair sometimes before I wash it. Sometimes I mix it in with my Olaplex treatment, just leave it on for a couple of hours, or sometimes overnight, and I just find this is so nourishing, so hydrating, and it just brings that shine that my hair is missing in the winter. You can also use it as a serum after you've washed your hair, just to kind of brush it through, especially through the ends. And you can also use it as a cuticle oil, so it's a super good investment because you can use it for so many different things. It is a really nice oil, and it honestly smells amazing. It just smells so good, and it leaves your hair feeling so nice and smelling amazing, and the smell kind of lingers around for a couple of days, so it's really good. But like all the products from the Body Shop, everything has such a good smell. I love to walk into the Body Shop just to kind of smell what they have there because it is so nice. I honestly love the scent of everything they have. Moving on to feet, I do find that the skin on my feet dries up quite a lot, and I know that they're not on show, but I hate having that really hard, rough skin on the back of my feet. So because in the winter they tend to dry out, these two together are so helpful. It is the Scholl Dry Skin Instant Recovery Cream and the Intense Serum. So once a week when I do exfoliate my feet, I do apply these afterwards, and I use the Intense Serum first, leave it on for a couple of minutes, and then apply a thick layer of the cream, put in some socks, and I'm ready to go. I sleep with my socks on, and the next morning I have beautiful feet. They're just super nice and silky and soft. So these two together are amazing. And talking about feet, I also use a scrub like I mentioned, and this foot scrub from Boots is really good. Super cheap. I think it's just a couple of pounds, and it is honestly so nice. It's got like a minty kind of smell to it as well. So it's really nice and refreshing for the feet, and it just leaves them super nice and silky and smooth, and it's just a couple of minutes in the shower. Just scrub them on, and honestly they look amazing after using this. Finally, for body, I like to use an exfoliant as well once a week. This is my kind of routine on a Friday. I like to leave Friday mornings off to kind of do all my beauty stuff. Do let me know in the comments below if you want to see a video of my beauty routine on Fridays. But I like to get my hair washed, my nails done, my scrubs, my masks, everything on a Friday morning, so if I have the time. So that's my kind of pamper day. And one of the things I love is this Mediterranean Salt Sea Scrub, which I have from the Body Shop. It is honestly amazing. Like I said, like all the products, it smells really good. It is kind of got like thick salt in it, and I like to feel that kind of scrub. I find that a lot of body scrubs are just too small. The particles in them are so small that you don't feel anything when you're scrubbing your body, and I find that I really like to feel that kind of exfoliation and my skin kind of really getting invigorated by the scrub. So this one is really nice because it is kind of got thick kind of particles in it. It really kind of gets rid of dead skin, and it has got a little bit of shea butter in it, so I find that it doesn't dry my skin. So though it exfoliates and it takes off all the dead skin and it makes your skin look really kind of nice and lustrous and nourished, because it doesn't dry it out. So I really love this one. And finally, to be fully party ready for this holiday season, the Charlotte Tilbury Supermodel Body. This is honestly amazing. It is like glowy but not too shimmery. It doesn't actually have any glitter through it. It's like a gel kind of formula. It doesn't stain your clothes, and it just gives you a little bronzy glow. It's not a bronzer and it's not a tanner. It's just to use kind of like a highlighter but on your body, and it just gives you a beautiful golden glow. It just takes that sallowness away from like your skin in the winter. I don't like to fake tan, so I find that in the winter my body's skin just looks a little kind of dull because it looks a little yellowish and just just not very nice. So I really like this to just kind of give it that glow and radiance back, especially if I'm going to be wearing a dress which kind of shows my shoulders or my legs. I just apply this as a highlighter literally. So I apply it to the tops of my shoulders because that kind of makes them look a little thinner and sparkly when the light hits them. On my collarbones, I take it down the center of my arms just to give it that highlight in the center, which makes your arms look thinner, and also down the center of my legs all the way down, because it just honestly makes such a huge difference. Not only does it give it a glow, but your legs look so much thinner if you apply this on. So that's it, guys. Those are all my winter favorites. They're not really favorites, they're kind of the things I need to use to make my skin and my face look and feel amazing. And I love to use this especially when I have an event or something coming up, because it just makes me feel so good. I know that it seems like a lot of work and a lot of effort, but I find that if I do kind of exfoliate and put on a face mask and put on a hair mask before I've got an event, I just feel so much more ready, so much more confident, and it just gets me into that spirit. So I love to do all of these things just before the Christmas season starts, so that I feel absolutely kind of ready for anything, any events that I've got coming up. And it honestly, you do deserve a little bit of time to pamper yourself, so do find some time to try and fit these in. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please do let me know in the comments below what are your winter favorites and what you do to get ready for the holiday season. I hope you're enjoying these holidays, and please do let me know what other stuff you would like to see from me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys!